Good morning. There we go. Sorry about that. And I'm hardwired into the router. Um, let's start that again. Good morning. I'm Belinda. This is Just Be Yoga. And I decided that for this holiday weekend, we'll have a deep stretch and meditation this morning before the yoga basics. So if you're up and you're feeling like, hey, I'd like to start my day with some nice intention and an easing out in my bones, welcome and come on in. Let's start in a comfortable seated space. Please feel free to type in the chat, if you're here, as well as if you have any requests, like any specific area of the body that you would like to work, please let me know. I'm more than happy to tailor our movement because this is a shared experience. And since we do have the ability to connect with one another and talk, we may as well use it. So if there are any poses that you are craving, please let me know and we will try to hit that space. So let's start in a seated space. If you want to sit on a pillow, go ahead. Your legs could be out in front of you. They could be crossed. You all know I tend to like to have them crossed. You could even be sitting on a chair with support for your back if you really would like that. I'd like us to just start in a nice, easy way, so no strain on the body. Maybe you'd like to be sitting on a pillow. And let yourself know that you have begun your practice. However, you like to do that, inviting yourself into a safe place of non judgment, a safe place of no pressure, a safe place for expression and being. Let stillness just seep into you. I'll invite us to bring our hands to our bellies. And then just see if you can fill up your hands with your breath in your belly. Your eyes can be open or closed. This is absolutely no pressure. Starting to see if we can embody our intention. And just feel the flow of breath going in and out through your flesh. Your breath interacting with your organs, your senses, your emotions. Now let's see if we can deepen that breath just a little, never forcing, letting the belly expand a little bit more. We'll relax the arm. And just let the chin tuck down. Feel the freedom of your breath, the change from holding the belly to now. Feel the story your neck has to tell you. Feel the questions your mind has. We'll allow that right ear to roll over to the right shoulder. Now, by all means, you could bring the right hand up by the left ear. But if you'd like to just keep it a simple morning stretch of ease, just see where it goes on its own. And we'll roll the chin down and over to the other side. Feel the execution of that movement. What did it reflect about you, how you feel, what you need? Observe any judgments that pop in the mind. And just breathe them out with your next exhale. Breathe in love and understanding on your inhale. Release doubt and judgment on the exhale. Allow the chin to come down toward the center of the chest. And we'll lift the gaze. Now I'll invite us to bring our hands behind us. And roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And as we do, we'll notice how the spine naturally finds a bit of a cat and cow. And let's not be in a hurry here. Just breathing in love and understanding. Breathing out doubt, judgment, any pressure to perform. And let's thrust the chest up. Maybe release the head, maybe you don't. Belly breathing. And let's let the chest come forward. Maybe you put a pillow out in front of you. So whether we're sitting with our legs out in front of us, or whether our legs are crossed, we'll see where we can let our upper body just rest and drape forward. Feeling the inflow of breath, the outflow of breath. Observing our mental reactions. Observing the physical body start to trust this morning's movement. And let's gradually bring ourselves back upright. I'll invite us to bring our legs out in front. Maybe put a bolster or roll up a blanket or another yoga mat under the knees. And we'll let that upper body come forward. Excuse me. And if you're just joining in the beginning of class, we did an abdominal belly breath with with our hands on the belly. I'll invite us all now to envision that belly in your hands expanding and contracting nice and soft as we breathe in and out. Soften around any intensity. Soften your neck, arms heavy, jaws released. Be the breath. Eventually bringing ourselves back up. I like to deliver just a light stroke or massage with the hands, connecting to the body. And we can lengthen upward and see if we can thread the fingers together. If not, you could grab a strap or a belt or a towel. Feel the lengthening, the stretching. Can we distinguish between the tightness of contracting and the tightness of muscles pulling and stretching? And just a gentle side bend, whatever direction you want to go in. Don't force anything. Listen to the body telling you and guiding you as to how deep it wishes to go. Make room for breath in our movements. We'll lift up and just slowly feel your way. Let everything be subtle. Find that abdominal breath. Push the backs of the legs down. Arms lifting, chest up, and we'll release the arms down. We'll bring the arms behind us once again. Walk those feet in. And we'll press down through the feet and lift the hips, thrusting the hips up. Maybe sway left and right. Can you stretch the upper arm muscles? And you work the thighs. And bring the bottom down gently. Bottoms of our feet together. Maybe you bring a pillow out in front once again. And we'll reach the chest forward. Now for me in this space, I'd rather just walk my hands forward. But don't try to go for any deep space initially in the morning. Gotta respect the body to wake up. Starting to embody our intention of kindness for ourselves. Let your mind scan along different body parts, muscle regions, tendons, sensations, without identifying, just feeling, allowing, just being with what is. Feel the neck, feel the jaw. What could you let go of? Let's gradually bring that upper body back up. I'm going to take my left leg and turn it back as though I was going to go into maybe a child's pose. And I've got this knee next to this foot. I will say that I was inspired by the pillow being nearby. So twisting to the right side, lay something down, whether it's pillows, a stack of blankets, if your dog will allow. And we'll revolve sitting upright first. Feel the hips. Send soft thoughts into your hips and low back as we invite this twist into the base of the spine. And lay the chest and the belly down on your pillow. And just see if you can find a good sweet spot where the body isn't straining, but remains in this twisted, resting space. Ride the inhales and exhales of breath. Bones sink heavy. Flesh sinks heavy to the earth. Let your breath sink heavy. Perhaps you want to explore lengthening your arms upward. And just notice how it gives you this open, lengthened feeling in your chest, shoulder sockets. Release your thoughts, heavy as well. Where is your mind? Invite your mind to stay right here, resting in the present moment. Let your movements be smooth and calm as we invite ourselves to come upright, no rush. We'll start to switch out the legs. Listen to what's talking. Never try to shape the body on one side exactly as it was shaped on the other. So hear out where the body wants to be. On this side, this foot really would prefer to not be on its side. So I definitely feel more of a stretch through the top of that foot and ankle on my right leg. Chest is lifting, allowing a twist from the low spine. Soften into the edge that wants to stop. Feel everything inside of you accepting moderation, patience, and the subtlety of sensation. Maybe apply a little bit more twist. Just stay right on the edge where it's soft and not aggressive, but definitely revolving. Belly expanding. Can we let fullness expand from within us? Can we soften around anything that's intense? Can we be curious about the intensity? And just observe. In your time, feel free to stay upright exploring this twist. We'll lay ourselves down. Now you could always turn your gaze in the opposite direction if you wanted a little more amplification of the spiral into the neck. Allow the body to gradually release. Feel incremental softening occurring in the calves, the knees, the thighs. That soft heaviness. Let it in. Hips are heavy. Groin is released. How aware can we be of our organs in the abdomen? Can we let them sink heavy? Bones in the spine. Can you feel the weight of your lungs? Maybe you want to explore the arms lengthening here. Or maybe you just are good with where you are. Can you lift the head and lengthen the neck and then place the head back down? And sink heavy into the bones of the neck, your head, your eyelids. No rush. Eventually bringing the body back upright. We'll lengthen the legs out in front of us. And just bring the hands to the belly. Maybe drop the gaze, drop the chin. Feel your breath. Feel your bones. Feel your flesh. What have you touched this morning? How has your body met you with your intentions and your needs? Let the belly breathe. We'll release the arms and let's flex the toes back. Notice the muscles in the legs respond to the movement in the feet. Abdominal breath and point. Can you apply a constant pressure downward? Could you press it more through the pinky toe side? And what do you notice about the stretch? Could you press more now through the big toe side, the inner arch? What do we notice? And flex. If you are used to using a strap, feel free to go ahead and get it in position now. If you easily can reach your legs or your ankles or shins, go ahead. Now maybe your hands can touch the floor, but are just near the knees. Stay there. So we're either holding a strap with our arms fully extended, or we've got a clasp, or we're sitting upright, palms down as far forward as we can. Squeeze the thighs. Thrust the chest upright. And then hinge forward. If you've got a clasp, the elbows are coming forward. Now see if you can just let your head go while drawing your shoulder blades back. And let's honor and respect the no, the stoppage, where the resistance starts to happen. And let your mind's eye scan over all of the contour and texture of that resistance? How does it change as it breathes with your breath? How does it change as the flesh is affected by gravity? And if it's slowly giving, if it's slowly easing, how are you responding mentally, breath-wise? How are you meeting this part of your body in this intention? How are you meeting yourself where you are? What does this tension bring up for us? Can we try to soften ever so slightly, affecting how we're living in this present moment? Maybe with the next exhale, ask the body to release heavier, not force. Let go. Now see if you can notice any other areas that are tense. Fingers, wrists, neck. What is the windpipe in your throat doing? Your nostrils and nasal passages. The front of your belly, the folds of your flesh on the front of your body. What happens when you just hear those areas mentioned? No hurry. Maybe just slowly walk the hands back up the leg as you round the spine back up. Respect the depth that we got into in that Paschimottanasana. I'll invite us to come to lying down on our backs. So hopefully you have a pillow or a couple of pillows. If you have a yoga block, go ahead and get it nearby. And then a strap. I'm even going to go ahead and get the strap now. I'm going to switch out the pillow and not use this round one. All right. Lower the spine down. And just let the body lengthen. So the legs are outstretched, the arms are outstretched overhead. And just let your mind scan the body, receiving this outstretched feeling. Where are we most aware? How does it feel? Are there joints that are a little uncomfortable with the pressure? Do you need to make an adjustment? I'll invite us to bring our hands behind our head. We'll tuck the chin into the chest as we guide that chin into the chest with the arms. You can just cradle your head in your forearm and see if you can just allow your head and the back of your neck to fall into the support of your arms, allowing the stretching and lengthening along your entire spinal column. Breath. Maybe vary where you are. You could lower it down a little. Sometimes after a few breaths, we feel like kind of lifting and curling the head forward a little bit more. Scan from the attachments at the base of your skull, along both sides of your spinal column. Can you sink heavy in between the shoulder blades? Can you breathe into that tension? Gently lower your head back to the mat. We'll release the arms and just gently rock the head side to side. And let's walk the right leg in, point the left toe. Now push down with the right foot. And just feel what happens, the firmness that you feel in different areas of the body. Maybe you're unsure because that firmness is dispersed so wide. And then relax the right foot, relax the calf muscle. And push down with the right foot. Breath. And relax. And we'll let that right knee fall open. So just see if you can just roll over onto the side edge, the outside edge of the foot. Let whatever angle happened, happen. Now, if there's too much pressure on the groin, you could put that rolled up blanket or pillow under this right thigh to give it something to rest on. Now start to notice what is happening in this groin. What's happening on the back side of this, in your low back? The left leg. How is the rest of the body responding? It's all attached. So it's not unusual to feel an effect, a response. Noticing how, when things are connected, how our mind responds to things that seemingly don't seem associated to one another. That's Mustafa. Now let's bring this right knee back up. And we'll get the strap and bring it to the bottom of that foot. And go ahead and straighten the right leg up. And hold the strap as close to the foot as you can so that the arm is extended. And see if you can settle the heel over your hip bone. So we've got all the slack out of the line. And then let's see how much we can relax the leg and the arm. That their tension and connection are what are holding it upright. And just breathe. Don't pull, don't force. Let the leg and the arm go as limp as you can, allowing the connection to be what holds this shape. And feel the back of that right leg start to accept, soften around this stretch. Can you rest your back and your spine into the mat? Now we'll start to let that leg open out to the right. Whatever is the greatest angle it will fall to naturally. If it doesn't want to go to the floor, that's okay. Can you let the tension in the strap suspend and hold the leg? So you might feel a stretch in your bicep of that arm, as well as the inner thigh, maybe your calf muscle. What about the groin and the pelvis? Perhaps along the side, the right side of your neck and shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right leg heavy. Right leg heavy. Now, if your hand is holding too much tension in the strap, feel free to just let the strap slide out of the hand or let the hand go. No stress. Breath in. Breath out. Soften your neck. Let everything disperse through all of your limbs. And let's gradually, slowly bring that leg back up. And we'll bring the right knee into the chest. Maybe lift your forehead up to your knee. And lower the spine down. We'll reach that right leg out. Arms overhead. Maybe stretch the hands and fingers. And then we'll walk that left foot in. Pushing down with the left foot, feeling the muscles in your thigh, your hip, your buttocks respond and relax. And press down, feel that squeezing contraction and relax. I'll invite us to let that knee fall open. I clearly have a feline in my way. And maybe you'd like to put a pillow under that thigh or knee. Bones heavy. Abdominal breathing. Kindness. Acceptance. And we'll bring that knee back up, getting our strap ready. Bringing it to the sole of that foot, no rush. Extending that leg straight up. Honor how high, how straight this leg wants to be. Perhaps the angle is a little lower. My hand is not as close to the foot on the strap on this side. And then see if you can let the leg go limp, being held and supported by the tension of the strap alone. The arm is relaxed, being held and supported by the grip and connection on the strap. Breathe into the low back. Soften your shoulders. How do we practice acceptance in as many muscles, as many areas in the body as we can? And when we're ready, we'll allow that leg to start to ease open to the left, letting it be supported by the contact with the hand and the strap, whether it touches the floor or not. Feel the groin, the thigh bone at the groin. Can you ask that area to release? Breathe soft thoughts into any fight, any resistance. Use this time to take the gaze to the texture, contours of sensation and get to know it. Get to not react to it. What do you need to soften right now? For your hands, for your leg, for your hip, for your back. Where is your mind? And let's gradually, no rush, bring this leg back up. We'll set that strap aside, bringing the knee into the chest. Feel your back on the mat. Maybe lift the forehead to the knee. And we'll release the chest down. Lengthen that leg back out, arms overhead. Walk both feet over to the left, and then allow the body to go limp. Sink the hips heavy. Let's find the other side. Move gently. Move, reflecting your intention for yourself. Listen to what your muscles, your tissues, your inner body has to tell you about what it's holding, about what it wants. Be nowhere else but right here. Don't seek anything deep. Whatever you hear is what you are meant to hear. We'll walk the legs back in. Feel the muscles releasing that stretch. Feel your muscles hanging from your bone. Feel the flesh of your belly and abdomen move as you breathe. What is your physical body telling you? What is your breath body telling you? What is your mental body telling you about what it needs, not what you need from it? And embrace whatever you heard. Reach, stretch, and will eventually come up to a seated space. One hand to the heart, out. One hand to the belly. And thank your physical body, your breath body, your mental body, your intuitive body, and your inner bliss for this conversation this morning. And may you take whatever you need from this conversation off the mat with you. Namaste. Thank you all so much. I went a little over, so I'm going to have to let this broadcast go and start another for our yoga basics this morning. Thank you for joining. Go to justbeyoga.com for any blogs or any other classes. And as always, if you wish to provide a donation, we will gratefully accept. PayPal.me/justbeyoga. Namaste.